Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Heroes CCL award show presented by Wisdom. My name is Bahamut, and I am joined by the amazing, the knowledgeable, and the big brain Grubby. How are you doing, my friend? Are you ready for a wonderful 16-category award show?
Yeah, I mean, it's just great to take the season 2 that just concluded and to have this after show just a week later so we can see, who are the players that improved the most and just give awards out to thank everyone for their participation and just have fun with the show tonight. So I'm so ready for it, Bahamut, as we prepare for a big break into season 3. This is the last good bit of CCL fun we'll have for the time being.
It's always exciting to go through this award show. It's less stress, I'm sure, for the players, a little more for us, as we got to prep some fun little dialogue for all of you at home. But the other thing, too, is we want to catch you up on a little bit of what happened at the end of that season that we just had for Heroes CCL. There were some amazing games in that double elimination bracket. Personally, Grubby, as I look at the bracket, like from the past, that Chili Mountain Simplicity series, it was so good. Obviously, our grand finals, Storm Esports versus Simplicity, was really, really good. But some of those lead-up matchups were just absolutely crazy to watch.
Yeah, especially considering, Simplicity and Chili Mountain, it went differently earlier on in the tournament, and then you get those revenge matches. You know what's at stake. It's all to play for, and the level is the highest we've seen yet in the CCL, and it's been truly delectable.
With the roster changes really not being there for this upcoming season, Season 3 is really exciting to see the retention of players, as well as a few months for these players to continue to scrim, build synergies, and bring some dominant potential to the next season. Will Simplicity be able to, continue to ride this kingship or this high, ride this high, or will a team start to figure out the Achilles heel of Simplicity? Well, that's for Season 3 to determine, and we'll hopefully, eventually, we'll get there. But we are here, we're in our awards show, and we want to take one quick moment to say that we're really excited to celebrate today. Today, to show our support for the Blizzard Activision employees, Wisdom will be donating all subs, bits, and donation given to the HeroesHearth accounts to Girls Who Code. Girls Who Code are working to close the gender gap in technology. If you'd like more information about this, ! Donate in chat will get you all that information. But now that we've got you kind of caught up as to what's happening for this award show, I believe we can get you a little visual as to how many awards there are. As I mentioned, there's 16, but what are those categories, Grubby? We got so many.
Yeah, we got 16 categories here where we will be going through the nominees and the eventual winners. The first 4 are Best Play with Best Flex Player, showing off how many different heroes you can play and how well, of course. The Best Tank Player, possibly the hardest role in HOTS, and Favorite Co-Streamer, people that were also covering the CCL at the same time with the CCL. We're totally cool with that. In fact, we love it. And there's been some absolutely hilarious co-streaming as well as educational. And then there's 12 more. Bahamut.
Oh, there's so many good ones. PSD Underwear Best Support Player is one of the ones that I'm excited for because we had PSD join us for this Heroes CCL Season number 2, and they really supported this esports event. So we thank them for joining us, as well as having their own special category. That one's just really exciting for me. There are so many different awards that we have for today, and I really am just excited to get into this show. I don't know about you, Grubby. Are you ready to get into our first set of awards here?
Hell yeah. We're going to be looking at awards. We're going to be interviewing winners and see what that means to them and what the season in general has meant for them as well. So it's going to be good, Bahamut. I'm looking forward to it.
There's so much fun to be had today, and I believe we can start getting things kicked off as we will be seeing our first award presentator coming up here in just a second. It is really nice to see transition within esports, and with Gillyweed taking a lot more responsibility within Wisdom, the company, we had to have someone come in and, well, fill that void for the halftime shows. We've had a lot of really amazing educational content from Kyle Ferguson, and we thought he'd be the perfect person for those halftime shows. So it's really awesome to have him be a part of Heroes CCL beyond just some of that educational content that we've had coming out on YouTube. And if you're interested about that, there's a lot of, I know there's been questions about educational content. He sits down, Kyle Ferguson, with a lot of these CCL players and discusses builds, tactics, even comms or ideas that were implemented during a lot of these CCL games. So I highly encourage you to check those VODs out or even those YouTube videos, because there's just so much cool information that you can learn from Kyle. And it's just, I'm getting ready for this, because we will be getting that first award in just a second. I'm so excited. I want to know who is going to be potentially winning that first award, Grubby.
Yeah, I love Kyle Ferguson's work. You know, pro players, they're really good at the game, but they're sometimes a little bit tight-lipped. So to have someone that prepares his questions and that adapts to what the pro player might be saying and goes through a game that they played in the CCL and then investigates why they made the plays they did, can lead, if the pro manages to actually give good answers, can lead to some very educational content. Some of you may know him as the voice, others as the Rainer face, as we have that Rainer spray. But most of all, Kyle Ferguson is Kyle Ferguson, and it's been great to have him and see his work in the halftime shows, get those juicy 8 to 12 minute interviews, kind of pick the brains of some of the players that we have in CCL.
Well, now that we've talked a lot about Kyle Ferguson, let's have him present to you the best Heroes CCL halftime show interview.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Kyle Ferguson. You might know me from the CCL halftime show interview. I'm here to present the award for Best CCL halftime show interview. And the nominees are Bad Benny of Diamond Hands, BBJ of Storm Esports, Hebby of Oxygen Esports, and Lauber of Storm Esports. And the winner is Lauber of Storm Esports.
Congratulations, Lauber. You have won Best Halftime Show Interview. How do you feel about that, my friend?
Thank you. I mean, not really a surprise. No one has the charisma like I do. It's, you know, I'm competing against a bunch of nerds, so pretty easy. So I'm feeling, you know, it was expected.
As a non-nerd, what has it been like for you to compete and to see the Tokyo Olympics happening all the way across the world, but here you are here just playing a video game, albeit one we love?
It's been good. To be honest, I haven't really followed the Olympics, even though I'm quote-unquote not a nerd. But I don't know.
Not a jockey either then.
Nah, I probably fit better behind the computer screen. I mean, I'm like a intelligent gamer, I'd say. I describe it like that instead, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been good. I like playing video games, you know.
It was, it's just, sorry, I'm still caught up on just that terminology used right there. But I mean, it is, you do make a very good point. In a lot of the interviews we've had, even post-game interviews, you are probably one of the most hype, energetic, and most, you're such a character. And where does this stem from? Have you just always been kind of, I wouldn't say like a clown, but like a goof?
I've always been a goof. That's a good word to describe me. I'm a bit of a goof. Always since I've been a kid, I've been, you know, the class goof and not clown. So no, I've usually always been kind of in like the spotlight, usually. So which is kind of weird. I would describe myself like extroverted introvert.
Oh, okay. So I guess a hybrid.
That's a good, you know, a little bit of hybrid, yeah. So it's just part of me, I guess. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for the award. Congratulations on your CCL halftime interview. Excuse me, Best Heroes CCL halftime interview. Before I let you run out of here, any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to my team, Storm, for coming second. Really good job. Really, you know, proud of my teammates. And thank you guys for watching and supporting Storm in Season 2. I'm going to keep playing in Season 3. But I'm not sure where I'm gonna end up.
Nice.
Hopefully I still play with Storm, but we haven't talked about it yet, so we will see what happens. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, my friend. Good luck in the future, and we hope to see you on Storm, or at least a Heroes CCL team. Bye. Bye. Honestly, Grubby, I I think we've talked about this in CCL in the past about how do you recover from some bad games and stuff like that, like bad mentals. And we always talk about like the clown of the group or the person that can kind of bring it all back. And I feel like Lauber, there's a lot to Lauber beyond his tanking skills, his prowess. I think that goofness of him really like bolsters his teammates and can kind of rebound from maybe a stomped game.
Yeah, I don't know. We're usually not in comms right after someone gets stomped. Maybe something we can do in Season 3. Just kind of listen to the silence of the dead. But it's so. I think it's one of the greatest skills in life and in the game when things are not going well, to be able to crack a smile on those that are sharing your fate. To be able to make them laugh or just get them to believe in something again. And I don't know if he is that sometimes, always, never, half the time. I don't know that, but usually you can tell when someone is like able to clown and just get the team to rally around a common purpose, loss or a win or a loss, and then just trying to recover. It's very important.
It's very important to be able to recover things for your team. And as we get into our second award here, we're going to be bringing on someone who inspired me to actually begin casting. We've got Haloran to present your favorite Heroes CCL co-streamer.
Hey guys, it's Haloran back on the casting couch with a cat, a busted leg, and the favorite CCL co-streamer award. Your nominees are BBJ, El Gandalf, Hasuabs, and Turk. And your winner, sorry, gonna give the winner? Apparently not. The winner is Hasuabs. Congratulations, Hasuabs. I think you won back-to-back now last time I did this, so keep doing what you're doing, man. All right, take it easy, guys.
Congratulations, Hasuabs. Back-to-back favorite Heroes CCL co-streamer. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I'm really happy that people enjoy it, you know. Basically, I'm just hanging around watching the games with a couple of people. Like, we have usually Menes around, but we also had Smexy, Schwimpy, Bad Benny joining, and others. And actually, we're just enjoying the games, having a bit of fun, casting them, watching them together. And I mean, yeah, I really enjoy that people enjoy us watching the games together, you know.
That is awesome.
Hazu, I say sometimes my greatest regret casting the CCL is that I can't also be watching your stream at the same time of the CCL games. It's a lot of fun. You've had a bunch of different guests, and you guys are just relaxed. So you can say almost anything you want, and your chat is full of memes and emotes.
Yeah,
it must have been fun, and I really enjoyed just your view on things, like not just when you're casting, but also like when you guys have won, when you have lost, even when you guys were already eliminated, you're still there on Twitter, cheering on the other teams, bringing attention to the show. So I think you've been a great force for CCL.
Thank you very much, Grubby. And you know what? If you weren't casting on the mainstream, I would get you in as well.
Yeah. Oh, damn. I'll try to take one break next season if we're both back.
Yeah, Grubby's gonna be sick one weekend, then all of a sudden you're gonna hear a very familiar voice over on Hasuab's stream. But
I can't make it, guys.
I got another
Grubby here as a co-caster on Hasuab's stream.
Really close. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that's a possibility in the future. But Hasuabs, congratulations once again on the awards. As always, any shout-outs that you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for making the CCL, giving us the opportunity to even do what we like to do. And I already mentioned my guests joining us, or joining me on my stream. It's always a pleasure with them. All the people that tune in, mainstream or co-stream, there's plenty of streams to watch. And I'm really grateful that we have like consistent HOTS content again. So yeah, thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you for joining us, and congratulations once again on the award. Oh, he's just gonna slide on out of here. But either way, he makes a very good point, Grubby. It is really nice to see that it's more than one way to enjoy Heroes CCL. If you don't want to watch it on the main channel, or you have a favorite streamer like Hazuab's, Turk, or Al Gandalf, it's nice to have those different avenues to be able to enjoy Heroes CCL. And as Hazuab said, it's awesome to have more Heroes of Storm content out there. We have a lot of grassroots that exists, but we don't have Heroes of the Storm that exists to this level where it has, gosh, I mean, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. We broke 18,000, I believe, last weekend, which is the highest Heroes CCL prize pool has ever gone. And I'm sure it can go up a little bit higher because we still have to factor in a few extra other things, like a little bit of that merch that was bought towards the end of the season as well. So really, really cool to see the support for Heroes CCL. And I really agree with Hazuabs on that. It's just, it's just awesome, Grubby, to have so much more Heroes CCL content, or even Heroes content.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people also coming to my stream and saying that they're so happy that CCL Season 3 is happening. Even when maybe like at that moment I might be playing a different game and they're like, hey, CCL has been great, and they're happy. They're sharing our joy, you and I and Hazu, that there's consistent HOTS content going on again. It's just, it's awesome.
I agree. I've been playing, I'm guilty, I've been playing that new crazy MOBA that everyone's playing on their Switch, and I have the same thing. People come in, they're like, hey, I know this isn't HOTS, but I really do appreciate all the work that goes into CCL and just being able to see CCL. Speaking of that other MOBA out there, we have the EOS host, the equestrian expert. We've got Kai Berries ready to give you the best CCL fan meme.
Hello and good evening. My name is Kai Berries, and I am here to present the award for the best CCL fan meme. Nominee number 1 is I Stun in Twitch chat. Nominee number 2, 30K, Heby's Lucio versus Yasu's Lucio. Nominee number 3, Lauber sings to Granite Gaming and dooms their fates.
Ooh, Granite Gaming. Ooh, Granite Gaming. Ooh,
I don't think that's
Granite Gaming.
And nominee number 4, Yasu Monkasteer in the Twitch chat. And your winner is Lauber sings to Granite Gaming and dooms their fates.
Lauber, my friend, we
Hello.
just saw
Hello.
you.
Oh, sorry, Beyonce. I gotta go. Oh, sorry.
Okay. I'm so sorry. If you have to, we can get you back
sorry.
later if you got to talk to Beyonce.
No. I talk with her all the time.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Jay-Z doesn't really care. But Lauber, how does it feel? I gotta say, it's a crushing meme. But how does it feel to win one of kind of actually my favorite memes from this past season?
It's pretty fun. Honestly, it's probably one of the best category for me to win personally, because I'm all about the memes. Oh, she's calling again. Because I'm all about the memes, and it's I mean, it's very fun because I do a lot of memeing on my stream as well, twitch.tv/LauberGD. So it's perfect.
She's very clingy, Beyonce. Maybe you should answer it.
I don't know.
You're doing more important things right now.
Exactly.
Your singing career is already
much more
safe.
important. Yeah.
Is she trying to do like record something together with you because she saw that singing meme?
Yeah, she's trying to do a new single with me, but she's paying me a little bit too little, so I'm trying to just wait it a bit until she looks like the best a bit. Yeah.
It doesn't weigh up much to the Heroes of the HeroesHearth salary, does it?
No. I mean, it's nothing close to the CCL prize pool for sure.
Yeah,
No.
That's nice.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long from getting back to Beyonce and potentially making that Granite Gaming song a reality for Season 3. Before I let you go, once again, I don't know if you have any shoutouts left, but if you have any, please, by all means.
I got one shout out on my Twitter, Johan Lauber. It's I pinned it now. It's my Big L debut, Granite Gaming, GG Till I Die. So yeah, it's 1 minute long. I recommend go listening to it. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to put it up on stream later, you are allowed to do that.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's my shout out.
Production, can we have that during break, please? I just want to hear that during the break playing. But Lauber, thank you for joining us, my friend. Congratulations on the second award from Heroes CCL Season 2.
Hi. Bye.
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 Right.
Yeah, he's such a character. I honestly, Grubby, the Beyonce thing, it caught me so off guard. I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, I mean, we were wondering what he is. He's not exactly a nerd. We know he's intelligent. He's not exactly a jock. But now we know what he is. He is a player in every sense of the word. Nice. He's just such a character. Like, even when we go into comms, he's goofing off a little bit. Like, there was one time, I swear, we got into comms and he was just screaming. Like, he was just yelling. And I remember he added the CCL account on Twitter, and he was just like, "You came at the worst time. I was just really excited about the play that we were making." But then they died immediately. Like, it was just one of those moments where he was getting kill after kill, and then he died, and he was just like, "Oh, that was not the best moment for y'all to join." But it's so much fun to be able to interview Lauber and to even just listen to him in comms or even his streams as well. But we got to continue with this award show, and we have another amazing caster who jumped into Heroes CCL here and there. We've got Casanova to give you Best Flex Player of Season 2.
Hi, I'm Casanova, and I'm here to present the award for Best Flex for Season 2. The nominees are Draded from Oxygen Esports, Kazuops from 30K, Hosty from Simplicity, and IBTings from Storm Esports. And the winner is Kazuops, 30K. Congratulations, Hazu, 2 times in a row. See you guys next time.
Congratulations once again to Hazuops. Man, it's a lot of European sweeping here coming through. I mean, 2 awards. You get 2 awards. Lauber gets 2 awards. Is this just the Hazu Lauber award show? Is that what we're here for?
Yeah, it keeps going like that. Exactly like that.
Also, I've got a question. You just won best Flex Player of Season 2, and you have been playing Flex for quite a long period of time. But I'd like to take you back in time to when you were a Worker 3 Pro, became an SC2 Pro. That's pretty damn flex as well, but we'll go past that. You have a long and storied career in many different games. When you were starting Heroes of the Storm, when it was the brand new game, what did you envision for yourself? Did you think you're going to be like a one-role type of person? Was it going to be damage? Did you ever consider other roles like tank and heal?
So at the very, very beginning, I actually played support. And then, given the first team we created together, I kind of ended up on the range slot. And then, once HEC came along and the game developed more and more and people got better, you kind of realize that you're going to end up with 2 people that play range in a team. And usually one of them is going to be your hard carry, the people that play, I don't know, for example, the Vala, the Genji, the Tracer. Mm-hmm. For example, Arcana is one of those, Nick is one of those. And then you have the second range who usually flex over into either the second support, because we had a lot of second supports for a while, the Medivh, the Abathur, triple melee, like these kind of things. But honestly, yeah, I mean, I didn't know when I started playing HOTS. Honestly, I didn't even know how the esports is going to look like in HOTS, because it was a little bit of a gamble, like when I stopped StarCraft 2. But yeah, here I am, and thank you very much for the award.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us, Hazuops, and thanks for the, I wouldn't say story, but thanks for the background, because I was actually very interested myself at kind of how you ended up not falling into this role, but evolving into this role. So it was just really cool. And as I said to Lauber, I don't know if you have any shout-outs left, but if you do, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, actually, I want to congratulate the other 3 nominees as well, Draded, Hosty, and Iptings, and especially Hosty, I think, played a phenomenal season overall. Maybe you guys remember the grand final match, his Hanzo play on Alterac, where he hit like every single arrow from max distance on 3 or 4 people. He had a fantastic season, and I think IBTings also had a very strong season. So I'm a little bit surprised that I won, but I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, and
thank you.
I gotta say, shout out for being very humble and very sportsmanlike of you, my friend. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations on your second award, Best Flex Player of Season 2.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. That was Grubby. That was a really good question. Like I thought you were going to ask him about like StarCraft or Warcraft, but just that history, that evolution. Because I think a lot of us, if you go back to the start of Heroes of Storm, I mean, it was my first MOBA. It is my first MOBA that I really, really dove this deep into. And I thought I was like, well, maybe I'll be a range player, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll be a support player. And it's just you jump around, and as the game does progress, and as we had this evolution, we really all start to kind of fall into a role where you're like, oh, this is really like I love to play tank and offlane. I feel most comfortable in those roles. I can jump onto a few things here and there to help out my teammates, but I think that was really, really cool, Grubby, to be able to get that history of Hazuabs.
Yeah, because it's something I wonder about as well. Like I'm thinking, like if hypothetically I had pursued that course, and if I was good enough, what would I be? And how did he choose what he was going to be? Because I started playing HOTS, I'm like, I would probably be a support. And then I was like, maybe tank. And now these days I'm mostly playing damage, ranged auto attacker, because that's like the least played role when I play Storm League. Like no one ever take a ranged auto attacker, which means the tanks are always roaming free and doing whatever they want. It's all mages and tanks and mages on my team anyway. So you kind of mold around what is needed. That's Hazuabs' answer, and he molded very nicely indeed as the winning flex player. Bahamut, I believe we have the next category ready.
We do. We actually have our PSD Underwear's best support play for Season 2, and who better to bring that to you than one of the best support players in the world, dare I say. We got Bakery for that award.
Hey everyone, it's Bakery here, and I'm extremely excited to present PSD Underwear's award for the best support player of Season 2 of the CCL. The nominees are Banana from Chilling Mountain, BBJ of Storm Esports, Legacy from Simplicity, and Yasuo from 30k. And the winner is Banana from Chilling Mountain.
Banana, I hope you can hear us, my friend. Congratulations on the award for PSD Underwear's best support player of Season 2. How does that feel?
Hello. That feels pretty good, actually. Winning 2 times in a row, actually.
Yeah, you're right. That is.
Yeah, I got it last season, and I didn't expect it to win it again, to be honest.
In my opinion, it was very well earned. I will never forget the Uther save on Towers of Doom with that Stitches Gorge as well, with just the perfect cleanse Divine Shield to make sure that you got that kill. Well played throughout the season, my friend, but I'm sure Grubby's got a question or two for you.
Hey, Banana H, I think it's also very well deserved. There's, you look at Simplicity, they're the winning team, and Legacy played amazingly, especially on Brightwing. When I'm looking at how you played Stukov, how you played Uther, and yeah, it was just incredible. Amazing win rates on both of them. And if I'm not mistaken, you seem to be one of the healers that has been most comfortable going solo heal Uther. Most teams are seeing Uther as a double heal kind of character. What makes you be drawn to him in this way?
I don't know if it's only me. I think it depends mostly on the team as well, like in the draft. And I think having a good drafter is really good. It's really nice when you have Uther solo support, because you have to have heroes that can sustain a bit themselves and not rely only on the support. And I think, for sure, you need to play Uther the right way. But I think the draft is a really, really important part in the Uther solo support.
Nice, interesting. And settle one question that there's a belief. I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe you can help. Is Lunara a counter to solo heal Uther?
I don't know. Is Lunara even a heal?
Settled.
Maybe in Storm League, but
settled.
The perfect answer, Banana. Thank you so much for the interview. Congratulations on your award. Before you get out of here, any shout-outs?
Thanks. Shout out to everyone at the CCL team for making this happen. It's really good to be playing the game at this level and being allowed to play at all. And shout out to my team as well, Chili Mountain. They've been really nice throughout the season. So yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, Banana, and congratulations once again on the award.
Thank you.
That was nice, Grubby, because I think that's a conversation we have a lot in
Yes.
multiple different regions of Here's the Storm, whether it be in your bronze to grandmaster. I feel like it's everywhere. It's like, oh, they drafted Uther. Well, he can't keep up with the damage over time of Lunara, but is that true? Because it's been debated for, I feel, years.
Yes. I mean, I think there was a time where it was true. Our very own Hasuops used to run a draft with Diablo Lunara with his team many years ago on Infernal Shrines. And, it was Diablo's splash damage, Lunara's splash damage, and then you added in a Sonya, and nobody could out-heal that, least of all Uther. So there was a time where those heroes were good. Game changed a bit. Few patches came along. Lunara now, I would say, is average at best. And Banana Age thinks even that is being generous. So this whole, Uther solo heal can't sustain is something that I have not found to be true in my games. And, I was curious what he thought of that. And so, he's not too concerned about Lunara. And the key point that Banana Age said is have characters that can sustain themselves a bit so that Uther can save his heals, which double up as an armor for the heroes that require it the most. Because he's not just a healer, he's an armor giver. And if you constantly need to give heal just to top people off because they have no self-sustain, that's really the issue. So you don't go Vala Hanzo with an Uther. You go for tanky characters that have self-heal. Super interesting. Very deserved award here for Banana Age.
Well deserved. We've talked a lot about, the synergies of a healer, the anchoring, the flex. You know what we haven't talked about, Grubby? We haven't talked about that lane that just kind of sits on an island of its own, the solo lane. We're going to see right now who's the best offlane player of Heroes CCL Season 2, and we've got our own Heroes CCL analyst, the Grill Master, Coach McIntyre, to present the award.
What is up, CCL? McIntyre here to present the award for the best offlane player of Season 2. And the nominees are Dayquaza, Storm Esports, Cure, Simplicity, Liam, 30k, and last but not least, Nasmus on Oxygen Esports. And the winner is Cure Simplicity. Congrats again, Cure, on another successful season in CCL.
Believe you can hear us right now, and it's exciting. You've been able to dominate the solo lane, but I wouldn't say that just it's only solo lane. Your Zeratul kind of is in every lane.
Yeah, I do like to roam a lot on the Zera.
Well, congratulations, but I don't want to take too much time because I'm sure Grubby is teeming with questions for you.
Hey, Cure, congratulations. When I think of your offlane play, I think best Malthael that we have in the league, best Zeratul, and best Dahaka. How?
Yeah, how?
I think it's just, those are like my comfort picks, and I'm a very vocal player, so I like to group a lot with my team. I feel like those heroes are pretty good at grouping. Well, I guess except not the Haka. But it's just, offlane's just like a good role to have like good comps from, and you can kind of direct your team because since they're so focused on the 4-man, you kind of have the broader picture. So I like to play those high impact roaming heroes where I can kind of view the map from a bird's eye view and then come in at the like perfect time while communicating to my team like, when we're gonna fight, stuff like that. So I feel like those heroes fit that style really well.
That's really interesting, and it makes sense. And when I think of Malthael, Bahamut and I had several discussions where, frankly, we didn't understand why you draft him sometimes, and then you guys would show that it works out anyway in situations where the standard thinking, our simplistic thinking is like you take Malthael to blow up a tank together with the Tychus Leoric, but there can be different cases. What is it about Malthael that you think you understand that maybe others don't?
I think he's kind of definitely unique for a solo laner, since most solo laners are, bruisers or off tanks that have, some good CC, whereas he doesn't really have any, and he's also pretty squishy. But I think the thing that he shares with the other solo laners is that he can create a lot of space in the team fights. And I think that's your primary role on any solo laner, is just creating space for your team and making it easier for them to do what they want to do. So I like to play him kind of like in that melee hyper carry role, where I'm just kind of just being a pest to the enemy team and creating space for my team. Same way I play Zeratul, you know, where the enemy team just, I know, like, they're all calling, like, yo, watch out, Kira's behind us, and Kira's above us. Like, just kind of creating chaos and, you know, making it easier for my team to succeed.
That's very good and very informative. I feel like we could actually have an entire podcast about this, but unfortunately, we got to keep the show rolling. Kira, congratulations on your award for Best Offlane. And before I let you run out of here or even brush talk out, do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to my team. It was definitely really great to be able to run the back-to-back. Last season was a pretty crazy run, and to extend it was really awesome. So yeah, shout out to them for, you know, staying humble, staying hungry. And then one more thing I wanted to announce actually is that I'm actually not going to be playing next season. So just for the people, I talked about on my stream as well earlier. So I still want to stay involved though, because I do love the CCL. So maybe I'll be a coach or be on the sixth bench or something like that. We'll figure something out. But yeah, just an announcement, I'm not going to be starting next season.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on the award, and I look forward to seeing what you do further on in the Heroes CCL future. I'm excited to see if you're a coach or even that sixth man helping out a team. Good luck in your endeavors, and congratulations once again on the award.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for joining us. Wow, Grubby, I'm a little surprised. He is, in my opinion, one of the best Heroes CCL players out there, even just shot calling or just draft knowledge, and that's a little surprising. I wonder.
Yeah,
I wonder where he's going to end up.
I heard about it a couple of days ago from his stream, and it's definitely been disappointing. But if you're going to go out on a high, there's almost no better way to go out than like this. Two back-to-back. I mean, yeah, 2 victories back-to-back in Season 1 and 2. That's a hell of a legacy. And I'm sure whatever he's going to do next, I can't see him disappear from gaming with that kind of talent and accomplishment. Maybe he'll play a different game. Maybe he'll still be involved in some way. I wish him all the best of luck. And I'm grateful for having seen his plays in CCL.
Yeah, actually, on the note of his Dahaka and how he was mentioning, you know, a couple things of that bird's eye view, I really was hoping that we could just sit here and ask him a bunch of questions, because I was like, well, when's the most key time to brush talk in as a Dahaka? When do you rotate out of the lane as a Malthael? When do you do all these things? But maybe one day we'll be able to ask those questions. Maybe we'll sit down and have a conversation with him. But still, really, really cool. A little sad, as I said, to see him departing as a player. But we'll see where his future takes him for Heroes CCL. And speaking of the future, we got more awards for you all at home. We're going to get into Best DPS Player of Season 2. And I think this is very fitting. We had one of the best-dressed casters be able to bring us this award. We got Crowan, another great DPS player, to present the award.
Hello. My name is Crowan, a guest analyst from time to time on the Heroes CCL, and today I'm here to present my favorite award. It's gonna be, of course, the award for the best DPS player of Season 2. Without further ado, the nominees are Dino from 30k, Lutano from Simplicity, Madara Uchiha from Oxygen Esports, and Kepi from Storm Esports. And the winner is going to be none other than Dino from 30k. Huge congratulations, Dino. Keep on killing it.
Congratulations, Dino, on the award. How you feeling winning Best DPS Player of Season 2?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Let me ask this. What does it take to have the skill set that, like, how do you practice to be a good DPS player? Like, is it just sitting there and getting combos down mechanically? Is it being able to read a team fight? What's the priority in practice for maybe someone like me or anyone who wants to get better at a DPS role?
You already named 2 concepts or reasons. I mean, it's more like a balance of everything. It's the read on a team fight. It's knowing what your job is. It's knowing the limits of your hero, and it's the confidence in your skill in actually executing the stuff right. All of it together, practice, and eventually you get good.
Dino, let's say you're a Vala and you're focusing people down. The fight is going on, it's raging, it's chaotic. You have a choice. You can vault forward to definitively finish off one hero even if it means you're definitively going to die, and you have a 50% chance to kill another. Would you take it, or would you play conservatively?
Definitely conservatively. I much rather prefer a very calculated approach. Especially because in the case of the Vala, if I were to die, kills wouldn't matter, because then you couldn't push. If in case you have an objective, you can't push with the objective because it's the Vala, you're the damage dealer, you're the structures. If you're dead, then it's kind of not a win anymore. So definitely not the correct approach.
Do you ever feel guilty when you walk away as the ranged assassin, thinking like, maybe I could contribute a bit more, but I'm going to play it safe because I'm not sure where the Zeratul is, so I'm just going to walk away, and you're like leaving your team in a lurch? Or do you just know you've already internalized that that's rational?
Not sure how I'm really supposed to answer it. It's more just a feeling, really. If the Zeratul is no threat to me, then I should just push forward and apply as much pressure as I can, and if I cannot, then I just don't.
It's a feeling. The hardest act. A very deserved victory. You especially started to play more and more Tracer as the season went on. We're so dangerous on that as well. Deserved. Do you have any shout-outs before we have to let you go?
Definitely. One for 30k staff, for making it very easy for us players to focus on the game. And especially to Michael Ural for also coming to Masters Clash and giving us the merch personally, like this one I'm wearing right now.
Oh, heck yeah.
Really comfy as well. And just in general, a nice dude. Also, another shout out to you guys, the casters, making it very enjoyable for the viewers and everyone. Also the Twitch chat. Always fun to read when something nice happens. And one more shout out to Kepi. I think when I saw him play, it motivated me in a way, and he also inspired me in a way with certain talent picks and the way he played. He would have been the only other player I would not have been mad about if he would have gotten the DPS award. So yeah, great player to him. Shout out to him as well, yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Dino. Congratulations on the victory, and you have a wonderful afternoon, my friend.
It's a night, but for you, a nice afternoon as well.
Okay, look, all right, I'm trying my best at time zones. You have a good one. Thank you for joining us. I forget that these time zones exist. Grubby.
Like, doesn't he want to have a nice afternoon tomorrow? Oh, okay. Enjoy your shitty Sunday afternoon, Dino. Saved. I got you, Bahamut.
Easy. Thank you. Grubby's always got my back. He'll never throw me under the bus. But I gotta say, really humble once again. And I agree with Dino. Kepi had some amazing moments throughout that season, and I always just admire the talent diversity that Kepi was playing, but also Dino with his availability on different heroes as the season progressed. Speaking of availability on heroes, let's start talking about another role, Grubby, that you can't just play one hero. You can't just spam Joanna forever. Or can you? Can you? I mean, she might be the best tank in the game. We have Joanna here, or Heku, or Joanna. I don't know. We got one of the two to present the best tank award.
Hello everyone, Heku here. There is absolutely no doubt that Johanna is the best tank. But who was the best tank player in the second season of CCL? Well, the nominees are Labo from Storm Esports, Masquerade from Simplicity, Caterpillar from Chili Mountain, and Red Robot from Oxygen Esports. And the winner is Caterpillar from Chili Mountain.
Joanna Heku for joining us for that award. Excuse me. Caterpillar is unable to join us for the acceptance of the award, but I'm sure we would have a million questions about tank diversity, what the priority is. How did he get such a good toss on that Garrosh in that one matchup on, I believe it was Infernal Shrines through that top lane? Just a lot of really good questions that we could eventually ask him. Maybe we'll just add him on Twitter and he'll just respond to us through there. But congratulations to Cattle for winning Best Tank Player for Season 2 of Heroes CCL. And Grubby, it's crazy because Cattle's drafted as the 6th player for Chili Mountain as a coach and is winning Best Tank Player?
Yeah, it's really funny because he had to evolve and grow beyond with internal strife, rivalry, and competition. He had to overtake the tank that was playing. He had to go through great difficulties, and through it, he shone and got that tank award. That's pretty sick, because I don't think he played maybe out of the first 4 to 5 matches. Maybe he missed like 1, 2, or even 3 where he wasn't the chosen tank, and in the end, he couldn't be denied. They tried to play with him. Chili Mountain really liked it, and he shone through. And it's so funny because when we actually look at the drafts for Chili Mountain in the final few series of the bracket play, everyone was just out banning Caterpillar. Diablo? No. Stitches? No. And then just trying to remove everything that he plays.
There were a few Garroshes in there. There were a few Anubaraks. So it became a little bit of the cattle show towards the end, and he was the hot priority. But as I said, he's not able to join us for this award. But congratulations still goes over to Cattle for winning Best Tank Player of Season 2. With that award, we're halfway through this award show. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a short little break. In that time, I want you to go ahead and hit exclamation point merch. We do have a little bit of CCL merch if you'd like to check that out. And we thank all of you for watching at home and enjoying Heroes CCL award show presented by Wisdom. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Heroes CCL award show presented by Wisdom. I'm still Bahamut, still joined by Grubby, as we were having a riveting conversation in the break about our favorite heroes and playstyles. And I was telling Grubby, I was watching his Li Ming before the broadcast started, and it's really good. So ban Li Ming against Grubby every single time you see him in Storm League, everybody. But
oh my god, do you see that spider on my screen?
Oh god.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger than it looks here.
So I do gotta say, wait, that's our next presenter though. Don't get rid of him. That's our next presenter. We gotta. Don't get rid of our next presenter here. But no, we are gonna get back into awards. This is the award show. We are halfway through. We have already seen a few awards already. Lobber's taken up a couple in Best Hero CCL Halftime Show and Fan Meme. Our favorite co-streamer, as well as our favorite flex player, was Hazuabs. We saw Bakery give us the best support player in Banana from Banana and Chili Mountain. Best offlane was Cure. We saw Dino winning the best DPS player, and best tank player went over to Cattle. As I said, are halfway through, and I believe we're getting ready for our next set of awards, Grubby. And it is ready to go. And we are going to be having a presenter who it brings back some of my best memories from my first BlizzCon, where I got to interview Lana Basinski for a little bit of, some Orphea interview when they introduced her into the Nexus. It was a haphazard interview thrown together last minute, but it remains in my brain as one of my most favorite interviews I was ever able to do at a BlizzCon. So let's have her bring you the best 6 player of Heroes CCL Season number 2.
It's a professional award show. But it would be pretty satisfying to say, see you in the fucking Nexus. Yeah? Whatever. Hello, my name is Lana Basinski, former senior animator at Blizzard Entertainment, and I am truly honored that I get to present the award for the 6th player of the season. Too often is the 6th player the unsung member of the team. They are the reliable, flexible, talented IRL support heroes of a team who are ready to jump in and secure that W with a moment's notice. The nominees for the 6th player of the season are Caterpillar, Chili Mountain, CPX, Storm Esports, Fancy Pants, Granite Gaming, J12321, Simplicity. And the winner for the 6th player of the season is Caterpillar, Chili Mountain. Congratulations to all the nominees, and we'll see you, in the Nexus. Bye.
We got Chilrog with us, the owner of Chili Mountain, to accept the award for Cattle. Chilrog, how are you feeling about drafting Cattle as we said this before the break, as a coach, and now he ran it through as your main tank player for the season, and also wins 6th player of the season as well. How's all that feel as the Chili Mountain org owner?
Yeah, definitely unexpected. We're bringing him in as a coach at first, and he just gelled with the team so well. It kind of worked out way better than expected. His schedule was better than expected, so we kind of brought him in last minute, and it kind of all just worked out very well. So we're ecstatic. We're very happy about it.
Hey, Chilrog, congrats. We saw the results of that, where sometimes Gia was playing, who also did a good job, and then sometimes Cattle was playing. But what was actually the spark that made Caterpillar first put on his boxing gloves and jump into the ring again?
Yeah, so I think we're kind of just trying a lot of different stuff out, and Cattle's communication just kind of gelled with the team so well. That kind of leadership presence, that experience he brought to the team was kind of the missing piece maybe. I mean, there were a few pieces that came together to have a better result in Season 2, I think, but that was a really big piece of it, like Cattle's presence and kind of like leadership.
Awesome.
Oh, it was really, really cool to have him, just to kind of see the development of the team with him in that role. And the one thing that I'm curious about as well, and maybe this is a little scrim knowledge, but was Cattle there for all of those scrims, even when you were trying to figure out who's going to be the main tank? Was it kind of like a flip-flop back and forth of just trying to figure things out, or was he at the start of the season that coach role that you initially had drafted him for?
Yeah, he was there for every kind of scrim. We were kind of just trying different things. I don't know if you remember, it was sort of Bergolt on tank, Bergolt on offlane, Gia on tank, Cattle on tank. So we're kind of like doing musical chairs for a little bit. And so Cattle ended up just in the tank slot, fitting the best, I guess, after a lot of trial and error. Yeah, that's kind of how it went.
No, perfect. Thank you for the insight, and thank you for the interview. Congratulations to Cattle, and thank you for accepting the award for him. Before I let you go, Chelrog, any shout-outs that you'd like to give?
Yeah, absolutely. Follow Cattle on Twitter. Follow Chili Mountain. If you want Chili Mountain merch, you can see it behind me, a little bit of a preview here. Check it out, chilimountain.com. Shout out to Wisdom Media and CCL, of course, for making this all happen. And yeah, that's about it.
Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on your 6th player award.
Thanks, Bob.
Alrighty, well, we got to see one of the org owners today here, Grubby, and that's always exciting to get a little insight as to how the development of a team developed over the season, because it's not like things are just static. It's not like, all right, this is our 5-man, this is the 6th player, and this is our season. I feel like there's ever-evolving things within Heroes CCL, even on these rosters.
Yeah, it helps when your coach isn't like 60 yet. I know Caterpillar is a little bit more senior when it comes to gaming, but he's
45. Yeah, I get it.
A little bit less. A sprightly young man, strapping with the other haberdashes of this league. So it helps because any other sport, if people are like, "Hey, we're not really gelling with this striker here. Can you step back in, coach?" And I'm 65. They're like, yeah, but we really like your energies. I mean, it works here, so that's awesome. That makes Caterpillar be able to pivot back into that. But enough about that. We have a next category ready, Bahamut.
We do. We actually, we're going to be seeing everyone's favorite presenter. Unfortunately, she didn't want to join for this award show because that would have meant she would have had to do a Cho'Gall cosplay with me. She's still my hero, and that is going to be JC Gillyweed Gluck to present Most Improved Player of Heroes CCL Season 2.
Hi friends, Gilly here. Thank you so much for another awesome season of CCL. Brightwing and I are here to present the award for Most Improved Player. And the nominees are Funds from Diamond Hands, CPX from Storm Esports, Caterpillar from Chili Mountain, and Draded from Oxygen Esports. And the winner is CPX from Storm Esports. Congratulations on a hard-working season.
You sure are good at murder.
Congratulations, CPX, on the victory. How does it feel to be Most Improved Player of Heroes CCL Season 2?
It feels great. Really exciting. Just before we start, can you guys do me a real quick favor? Could you please ask me to take pre-workout?
What is that?
Just say please take pre-workout.
Please take pre-workout?
It would be my honor.
Okay. All right. That's a lot of. It's a lot of fluids. Okay. All right. Well, you gotta hydrate. You definitely gotta hydrate. But now that you're all well, I guess hydrated or pre-worked outed. Grubby, please, a few questions.
CPX, I was so excited to see that match where you were brought in and then you were just dominating on Medivh, and like some people didn't expect it. How did that feel for you?
It felt good, honestly. Although Medivh was also the only hero I had one on, even going back to Chili Mountain Icebreaker. So I think for me it was more winning a game finally not on Medivh. And and I lost my first game on Medivh. In my first series I actually won, so we just had to sacrifice the Medivh win rate to get the dub. All planned.
Yeah, that makes sense because Medivh, very special hero. It's a very team play oriented, but you don't just want to only be known for that one. And then you guys won the whole series. It's very nice to see you come in on that 6th, and you were probably maybe needed more because of the availability of the team. Sometimes someone couldn't play than you maybe initially expected. Is that true?
Yeah. So the only series I actually thought I was gonna play was Oxygen. And then I was going to offlane, and then that obviously was miserable. So we pivoted, switched me back to DPS, and we tried to pull it off. I think that's probably the first Medivh game you were talking about when I switched from offlane to ranged on that Curse Hollow game, and that was one of my best games ever. So that was really exciting. But yeah, I mean, it's good that good drafting by Storm to have a substitute that can just not be prepared to play and mesh with the team well. And obviously, thank you to my teammates for believing in me when my name was called. It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
that's awesome. Thank you for that. It's been a lot of fun watching you play. CPX, what's the post-workout like? AKA your shout-outs now.
Shout out to Storm. Honestly, shout out to Chilling Mountain for drafting me day 1. It didn't go that well, but things got all aligned. Shout out to Storm, my teammates really. And my fans and my haters, but mainly the fans. They're all CPX fans. They just express it differently. But yeah, shout out to you guys, shout out to the world. I'm just hyped, glad to be playing. Pretty much it.
Congratulations on your award as Most Improved Player, and you have a wonderful afternoon, my friend.
Thanks, you too.
See, Grubby, I had the time zone correct that time. I got it. I know the CCL Twitter account was flaming me. I checked it during the break, but look, I upgraded my knowledge on time zones. Look, I can tell you this right now. Japan is 16 hours ahead from me. In relativity, that doesn't make any sense for anyone at home. But still, I learned my time zones in that break. So there we go. I did it just for you, Twitch chat.
I'm glad.
Thank you. But it's cool. It is really nice to see players improve throughout the season. And it's just exciting overall because there's so much growth over the multiple weeks of Heroes CCL we have. It's not just the regulation season that's important, but it's also that playoff weekend, that ladder bracket. When do you come in to be able to flip a series on its head because the enemy team hasn't practiced up against your 6th player or that bench player. So really cool just to get a little insight into that, and congratulations to CPX on his award. I'm just curious, were you ever on a team where you were flexed in or like a bench, not like bench in a bad way, but like a bench player to come in every so often and shake things up?
I was kind of a flex player when I first joined the Warcraft 3 team in 2003. I was drafted into a pro team for Kings as a 2 versus 2 player. I was playing a lot with my friend from Groningen in the north of the Netherlands, and we were drafted primarily as a 2-on-2 player for the W3CL, the Warcraft 3 League, which had initially no prize money, then almost next to none, and still it was the biggest thing in the world for all of us. So important, just pure #esports, #passion. We were 2v2 players, and I eventually slowly became a 1v1 player for the league as well. And so I guess I flex there as well. You just rise to the occasion when it is needed, when there's a space. And that's esports embodied as well. Opportunities sometimes randomly present themselves to you.
That's very true.
You better be ready.
And you know who else rises to the occasion, Grubby? Jazzaline, as she has started the Girls Gank Squad. We've brought her to present Best Play of Heroes CCL Season 2.
Hi guys, my name is Jazzaline, and I'm here to present the award for Best Play of Season 2. To help me introduce the nominees, I've brought along some of the most underrated casters. Without further ado, here are the nominees. Nominee number 1, Jesus Falstad Gus, 30k versus Simplicity, Week 5, Day 2. Nominee number 2, Red Robot throws Epic Diva Bomb, Oxygen Esports versus Wildheart Esports, Week 5, Day 1. Nominee number 3, Bananas Cleanse and D-Shield to prevent Cocoon, Chilly Mountain versus Diamond Hands, Week 6, Day 2. Nominee number 4, Ty Zeratul VP to set up a big turn, Granite Gaming versus Oxygen Esports, Week 2, Day 1. And the winner is Jesus Falstad Gus, 30k versus Simplicity, Week 5, Day 2.
not too long ago, and it's like you're wind tunneling all of the awards into your trophy case, actually. But when you make plays like that, are you already seeing this envisionment? Like, let's talk about this gust that you're winning the award for. Did you line this up in your head? Because I know we were in the comms at that moment, and you were saying, if they do this, I got gust. Or are you? How do you just envision these moments? Because it was just perfect at that time.
Yeah, that specific one is basically when you play a lot of Falstad and you get to level 20, you the more you play the hero and the more you play with Wind Tunnel, you get to see these opportunities that will come along. So on Cursed Hollow on the top side, on the Watchtower, they all lined up at the wall and they went on our Stitches. I think they hit him with Ice Wall and then they tried to follow up, but by doing that, they all line up, and I'm pretty sure I will gust them if they do that, and that's what happened. And if they're all gusted into the wall, they're basically perma-CC'd, and then any follow-up that we have, Falstad Q, the Haka Lake, Isolation, like whatever, I don't even remember the draft exactly, but basically everything will hit them, and you usually will win the game in that moment.
Okay, so I've learned here, Grubby. Get to 20, gust into wall, expect to win the game. Got it. Cool.
It's kind of true, but the big dilemma is, this wind tunnel, I call it ranged mosh pit. For 9 levels, you have a disengage ult, and then the dilemma is, would you use it to save a single person sometimes, or do you try to stop seeing it as a disengage tool and just completely as a game-winning engage mosh pit?
No, I think you still also keep in mind that you can just use it as a disengage. The cooldown is not that high, and yes, it can be a game-winning ultimate, but it also means, your opponents can counterplay it, right? If they don't see the Falstad, they need to be aware of that they are in risk of getting gusted in or gusting into a wall. But yeah, basically from level 20 on, the ultimate upgrade is very strong, so it adds another layer to how you can play, how Falstad works in late game. So yeah, that's definitely something I think that just comes with experience. If you play quite a bit of Falstad and you get into these moments more often, then you will know what to do, basically.
All right, we'll wait for the moment, and when it feels right, we're gonna let rip. Except our feelings probably aren't as good as yours, but we'll work on it. Thanks, Hazu.
If you have any last shout-outs, I know you've already had 2 rounds of it, but if you have any last ones, please.
Just real quick to wrap up the story, the winning play you saw there, that was the only mem we won against Simplicity. So we lost 1-3 in the best of 5, but against Simplicity, you take these things. So I'm pretty happy that it led to a map win.
Well, there you go. Thank you for joining us, Hazobs, and congratulations on your 3rd award for this season. See you soon, my friend. Oh, man. Grubby, we actually were talking about this in the break. We were talking about, favorite heroes, and, I was talking about how you have the best Li Ming on Battlefield of Eternity, but, I also forgot to mention, you were asking me, who's your favorite hero to play in your 5-stack? I like playing Murden. I can be a little aggressive. I can also disengage when I overstep, or I can just, over-engage to let my team get away, but Falstad's another one in there. Gusts are really fun. If you can get those wind tunnel moments into a corner, let's say, I don't know, an enemy team tries to steal away your Genji camp or your Sentinel camp on Hanamura, and you get an amazing gust into a wall. That is the best feeling in the world. What isn't the best feeling, Grubby, is when you accidentally gust the Diva Mech explosion into your friendly Anubrak. Now, that one isn't the best. So there's a little duality in when you want to use those gusts. But, it's moments like that Hazuab has. And that's what I was asking, was how do you read these moments? How do you just know? And it's a lot of just calculation. And as he said, intuition. It's a lot of, he's played a lot of Falstad. And I'm sure there's heroes like that for you, Grubby, that, you don't have to per se think about things, but they just you can kind of naturally line it up in your brain, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of intuition on Murden with Haymaker. I don't have to think about it. I just Haymaker and I put the Diva Explosion Mech on my ally Jurel 3 times in a row in the same game. That's sorry, the ghost.
We've all had those moments where we've accidentally put a Diva Mech explosion too close to a friendly member, and we can all remember those things. But what we do want to remember are some of the best series from the season. And you know who we got to present that, Grubby? We got our favorite Heroes of the Storm voice. You use them as an announcer. I use him as an announcer. We got Cloaken to bring you best series of Heroes CCL season number 2.
What is up, my Heroes family? This is Cloaken, and it is my absolute honor to present to you the award for the best series of Season 2. And the nominees are 30K versus Wildheart Esports, Week 6. Diamond Hands versus Storm Esports, Week 5. Oxygen Esports versus Wildheart Esports, also Week 5. And then Granite Gaming versus Wildheart Esports, Week 7. And the winner is 30K versus Wildheart Esports, Week 6. Congratulations. Love you guys.
Congratulations to not only just Michael Udall, but also to Goon from Wildheart. We got both org owners with us, Michael Udall from 30K and Goon from Wildheart. Congratulations on your victories, and I want you at the exact same time to tell us how does it feel. Go, both of you.
Great.
All right, well,
Hey, I don't know why I can't hear you guys. I don't know what's going on.
That's unfortunate. But while we can hear Michael Udall and while we get Goon to get his audio in here, Michael, how does it feel to have the best series up against Wildheart in 30K versus Wildheart from Week 6?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there were a lot of great, CCL games this season. So, to be voted by everyone, Goon, good friend of mine. We've been here since the beginning, Season 1, had a lot of good conversations. The matches always go down to the wire. It was a really, really good series. And, I appreciate that everyone, watching at home enjoyed it. I was breathing into a brown bag, trying to keep cool. But, it was a really intense one and, proud of the team bringing it back.
Just really quickly, Goon, can you hear us now? Are we all good? Or are you still working on it?
Yeah. I hear you.
Alrighty. Well, now that we can all hear each other, I'll let Grubby ask a few questions as well.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed both of you guys' teams that you've put together, their performances, and this match was the culmination of many awesome performances with actually a bit of a reverse sweep, which obviously not great to be swept after you're up 2-0, but overall still really close, really close. Goon, your boys from Wildheart, every time they're playing any games, it just looks like they are oozing with comfort and with let's say stubbornness and picking the heroes that they like. And how has that been like? Because you had a very clear vision when you put together a team, chill dudes, and that definitely shone through.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they were having fun. The people watching were having fun, and then the teams we played against were molding at everything we were picking, what we were drafting. So keeping them on their toes was definitely part of the fun. At the end of the day, this is Heroes of the Storm. We enjoy the crazy things that we draft, what our teammates pick in Storm League or whatever, and we kind of we want to have fun with it. We want to bring a little bit of that to CCL. Everyone's sweating real hard, and we're just cruising through, having a good time.
That definitely looked like you did. And Michael, when I look at you and your approach to the team, I get the sense that you do a lot of preparation, both in the whole draft show shenanigans that's going to be changing up. I'm sure you're already making plans for Season 3. And then and then also, just probably, would you say that approach extends to how you prepare for series as well? And indeed, how you would prepare for Wildheart for that Week 6 match? A lot of planning.
Yeah, so something about our Season 2 CCL roster, they would do a lot of prep. We also had some support staff that would kind of come in and help. Porky would kind of work as an analyst, a well-known grandmaster, basically high-level, NA player. Also had Hyde helping give some of that, draft insight. I think prep is so important heading into a match against a team like Wildheart especially, right, where their drafts are, like Goon is saying, they're a bit unconventional. They can really catch you off guard if you don't kind of prepare. And I think, one of the biggest things of being a professional player is just preparation, right? Generally, the team that prepares more, prepares better, is going to be the one that I think ends up winning.
Because that's funny. Not everyone has that same philosophy. as you. I asked someone else something similar, and they said, just build your own strengths. So there are different styles. It's awesome to hear your approach. And I think that's why the series was such a banger as well, because it's a lot of different approaches coming together, and we see how that meshes. Thanks, both of you, for the amazing performances that you guys have instilled through the players you've picked and the team you have built. It's come to shoutouts. Goon, your turn first.
Yeah, sure. As you all saw, we had 3 of those series there. Wildheart was in 3 of those. So with that doesn't need to be said that we were definitely the most entertaining teams to watch in CCL. No, but shout out to the players, every single one of the players. I appreciate and respect the work and the camaraderie that they built in the unit, in the team, and just to see their relationships develop over the course of the past 2 seasons, and to going from teammates to friends, and it's really awesome to see. And shout out to the casters, shout out to CCL, shout out to the fans, Udall, all the other org honchos. Appreciate every single one of you guys, and we'll see you all in season 3.
And then for me, I mean, it's going to be pretty similar. Shout out to the 30K players, all of them. You do stream on Twitch, Dino, X-Ray, not all of them stream on Twitch, but a lot of them do. Hasu, Liam, Brain, Hyde, and my boy on the secondary. What? Wait, guys, stream, I'm trolling. But yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everyone. Thank you for supporting 30K. Thank you for the fans. Thank you to the CCL staff. I was trying to shout out the players each individually, and my brain unraveled halfway through. That's how it be sometimes. But yeah, seriously, they put in so much work. The reason you guys voted for this series is because they're what we come to play, right? And just really watching them work all season is something I've appreciated. So thank you everyone for supporting CCL and for supporting the org.
Thank you both for joining us for this little interview, and congratulations to 30K and Wildheart Esports on your award for the best series of Heroes CCL Season number 2. All right. Well,
07.
Grubby, yeah. Oh, are we saluting at them both? Okay, perfect.
Goon was saluting. I feel remiss not to salute
That's
back.
Fair. That's fair. Here's the thing that I want to bring up, and Goon made a very good point. Wildheart was in all 3 of these, but you know what Wildheart didn't do enough of was play Cho'Gall in this season. It was upsetting. There was only 2 Cho'Galls in this season, Grubby, and only one of them won, and it was Oxygen versus Simplicity. So what we have to say at the end of the day is Oxygen technically is the best team in Heroes CCL, right?
It's so funny too, because I spoke to at least 3 other team owners, and they said they actually prepared Cho'Gall strats, but they weren't going to do it just to spite you. I mean, I don't know, this seems spiteful to me, but
Can we get a rule for season 3 that you have to play Cho'Gall, otherwise you're fined, and you have to send Bandit and Logan and Ralph a bunch of treats? I don't know if we're back for season 3, but I want free treats for my dog, and I want more Cho'Gall games. But my desires aside, we still have more awards for you all at home, and I want to tell a small story before we get into our next presenter, because the next presenter of almost 2 years ago, I feel at this point, we had a secret meeting where he told me all of his dreams and desires about Heroes CCL, and he was like, we're going to make a league, we're going to have 8 orgs, we're going to have a big prize pool, we're going to have stipends, and I will never forget rolling back in my chair, silently putting my hands on my head and thinking, this man is insane. But this is the man who built the structure, who kicked things off for Heroes CCL. So we got Workhorse to present the regular season MVP.
Hey everybody, Workhorse here. I'm the Senior Vice President over at Wisdom Gaming, and I'm here to present the award for regular season MVP. But before I do, I wanted just to say thank you. The CCL is kind of a dream come true. Heroes of the Storm is my favorite game ever, and the fact that we get to put on a season, it is every weekend, watch games, have a great time. It is actually just the best. It's an absolute honor to work with the amazing staff and the production team that puts on all of these shows and all the great orgs that are a part of this. And I really just want to say thank you to all of you guys for watching and supporting this. It really is very special, and every season is just the best. So thank you so much. The nominees for regular season MVP are Caterpillar, Cure, Liam, and Kepi. And the winner is Cattle. Congratulations.
Congratulations once again over to Cattle, but as we had mentioned earlier in the broadcast when he won Best Tank, He unfortunately is not able to join us for today's award show. So even though he won 3 awards so far, I guess, threatening to maybe dethrone Hazuabs, it's really, really cool though, Grubby. Like, I gotta say, like, you get drafted as the 6th player. As a coach, you come in and you're the best tank, you're the best player of season, and now you're the best regular season MVP. And for anyone that doesn't know, what is the regular season MVP? That is weeks 1 through 7, our regulation play, where we had the round robin where every team played each other once in a best of 5 series. And it's just really cool. And I agree with the voting. I really do think there's so much knowledge. There's so much history. We made the jokes earlier that Cattle's kind of a little bit older on the team. He's a seasoned veteran. He's not ancient like me and decrepit. He's young and he's got a lot of knowledge that he can bring to the table. And Chili Mountain's growth and success, I wouldn't say it was off the back of Cattle, but I feel like there was a lot of information and a lot of value he brought to the table throughout the season, Grubby.
Yeah, definitely. And it's so funny that he was drafted as 6th. It reminds me of other tournaments that I've seen in esports where someone that wasn't even meant to make it to a tournament that just fell shy of the qualification mark and then only got in because someone else canceled on time and they were able to fill that spot. They often seem to do well. I don't know if it's a kind of bias of me witnessing it every time it happens, but it's been quite often. There's a kind of reckless abandon in being granted a chance to play when you didn't expect there to be any. So I think that helps.
I think back to, and I know it's not Heroes the Storm, but I watched one of the most recent Beyond the Summits. I think it was Beyond the Summit 11, and there was a bottom bracket where Mango from Cloud9 ran through the entire bottom bracket. Like, he dropped down, he had tweeted, he's like, I don't want to play anymore, I'm done, and it just like this mental. And everyone kind of was like, oh, Mango's out, he's done. The man runs through the bottom bracket and takes BTS 11 in a dominant fashion. So it's just one of those things that I think there are some people that count others down and out, but they're really that backbone. They really bring everything to the table. So I think there's just so much value that we saw from Cattle throughout the season, and I hope to see more of him in Season 3 of Heroes CCL. A phenomenal tank player, but played off of Make from Chili Mountain. Those two synergize so well. Like, I can't imagine a world where Chillrog lets either of those two players out of his sight for the upcoming season, because that was just really, really cool. But we need to progress here into more of these awards. And to present our next award, it was actually someone who challenged me on Twitter after we had our draft show. I wore the same thing on draft day, and Caleris went, hey, Bahamut, I bet you can't wear the same thing every week for Heroes CCL. And I almost did, up until about week number 9, when I couldn't wear the Wildheart shirt on the Wildheart Playday. So for all of the Heroes CCL Twitter social media people as well as Wisdom, I'm disappointed in you. 16 broadcasts, you didn't notice I wore the same thing as the last season? Anyways, Caleris, take it away for Finals MVP.
Hi there, guys. I'm Kyle Laris, the Cursor, of course, and I'm here to present the award for the Finals MVP. And Arthur's told me that if I don't get it right, he's going to consume my soul. So let's try and do this. First things first, the nominees. Lutano, Simplicity. Masquerade, Simplicity. Cure, Simplicity. Hosty, Simplicity. And finally, Legacy from Simplicity. I'm starting to see a pattern here, aren't you? And the winner is Hosty from Simplicity. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Hosty, as we'll get a little video of him in just a second. And it's a little crazy, Grubby. I mean, we talk about the regular season MVP, but the Finals MVP, a little weird. It was almost like a shoe-in for Simplicity.
Yeah, maybe because they won and all of them looked so good that it was tough to actually choose any of them to be the MVP, but the fans have managed to choose anyway, and it was Hosty. Everyone from Simplicity. Hosty played phenomenally. I believe you're with us now, even as we're waiting for your cam to come through. Hosty, congrats. He's not with us yet?
No, I don't think
That's
so.
my
So
misunderstanding.
no, it's okay. That's okay. I mean, hey, it's a lot of moving parts for a big show like this, and we'll get him here in just a second. But I think when we look at all the players, like, yes, Cure, Zeratul, it pops off. It's super it's amazing. It's just amazing. Legacy's Brightwing's always on point. There are just so many really, really good moments from every player. Like Masquerade, the man barely dies. I think he's actually one of the most winning tank players within the last year and a half of Heroes of the Storm esports in general through Europe and North America. But Hosty is one of those players that really just stand out to me when he was playing Zul'jin. I know he had a phenomenal Zul'jin in a couple Tomb of the Spider Queen games, but his Medivh is just so threatening as well, just as threatening as the Zeratul from Kir. But now we got him on the line. Hosty, congratulations on winning Finals MVP. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. You know, I had to watch Hasu and Kettle win like 12 awards, so I'm happy I finally got one.
I think some of those were pretty close to going your way. Wouldn't have been surprised, but you get one that's very deserving. Maybe the best, because you also ended up winning the league twice, and you got the MVP, even among your most esteemed colleagues of Simplicity. Of course, the crowning glory on everything was your Hanzo play there on Alterac. So many arrows hit, so many big arrows. What's the key to landing the money shots with those?
Honestly, I don't know. I've been playing for me, Hanzo reminds me a lot of Mirana from Dota, you know, so that was one of my mains. So I kind of always hit big arrows. And for some reason, I just really felt that game. Like, we were deciding between Hanzo and Vala, I think. And I saw they had no cleanse. And for some reason, BBJ just loves to group up with his team. So, like, I'm like, give me the Hanzo. I'm gonna hit some big ones.
Whoa.
And it happened.
Nice.
Hey, they were humongous arrows, and I actually have a question as well. How do you finish your Medivh stacks at 5 minutes into the game? What's the key to getting your Medivh stacks done so quickly? Because we didn't get to see a lot of your Medivh because it was consistently banned out against you.
Yeah, playing like 500 games kind of helps. So I'd say that's probably like the number one thing. And when you play him and you're practicing him, just like your number one goal should be trying to complete it as fast as possible. And then when you do that like 500 times, you kind of figure out the best, safest way to get that done.
Okay. Well, I'll start my list of Medivh games later on today, but I'm sure Grubby's got a question or two more for you.
Yeah, Hosty, I find your career switch very interesting. You were a very good Hearthstone player, and you know, Hearthstone, there is some real time involved. It's turn-based, but you do have that rope always pushing you, but it's not exactly as fast-paced as Hearts. That is not a transition we usually expect. I would expect the other way. And then to come from there and then here and then to perform so well makes me wonder, did you have any other MOBA experience? Well, you mentioned Mirana, which I believe is the Tyrande avatar in Dota. The Priestess of the Moon, is that the Priestess? But anyway, did you have a lot of other MOBA experience?
So I played Dota 1. I wasn't a professional player, but I did play in IHL, which was all the pros played back then. I played Han, and I was rated 2250, so I was a pretty high-level Han player. So I played like a lot of MOBAs, and I was high-level in them. I played Counter-Strike competitively. Like, I played a lot of other games competitively as well. So I'm kind of like older than probably most people here, so I've had a lot of experience.
Nice. A large repertoire of games, and it definitely does show within your skill set as well as your skill shots. Thank you for joining us. And before I let you run out of here, Hosty, any shout-outs you'd like to give?
I gotta always shout out the hostages. You know, those are my subs. Relax. They've always supported me through, you know, CCL, HEC, and they've been there for me. So shout outs to all the hostages out there, all the supporters for CCL, for myself. Shout outs to the team, shout outs to Simplicity, shout outs to you guys.
Well, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on Finals MVP award.
Thank you.
I didn't expect, honestly, to hear that he had like such a large background in different games. I didn't even know he played Hearthstone, but the Counter-Strike part as well. Like, I played Counter-Strike way back in the day when there was CAL and CPL and stuff like that, but like I didn't make it like very, very high in that realm. So it's really interesting. Did you, out of curiosity, do you know anything about Dota rankings? Because he said like 2,000 something, and I'm like, that's a very high number. But I like, does it correlate to like your MMR? I'm assuming it's an MMR thing. I'll watch back Twitch chat later. Someone will know.
This is my first MOBA, and in terms of Counter-Strike, the only playstyle I enjoyed was sitting in an alley and waiting for someone to come by, and then shooting and usually dying because I missed. That was my jam.
Dust 2 is just it's another home for me, but we still have more awards for you all today. We have been getting through so many, and we are going to be bringing on everyone's favorite commissioner for favorite Heroes CCL organization.
Oh,
we got it
hello.
right here. Jules, thank you for joining us. And before I even let you start talking about these nominees, when is season 4? I heard Gilly's feverishly printing money so we can go to the moon and have our land in season 5. It's gonna be
Excuse me,
SpaceX
Ma.
versus Amazon. No, am I leaking too much?
Dear Bahamut, please save my sanity and let me get through season 3 first, and then.
Okay, sure.
And then.
Okay, and then all right. But
We're here.
we got you here.
Well, I mean, I'm doing this live, and this is we don't have anybody else doing this live, but literally I'm sitting behind the scenes doing all of the other stuff. So here we are. So I am here to present the award for favorite CCL organization, and the nominees are 30K, Oxygen Esports, Simplicity, and Storm Esports. And you guys ready? The winner is 30K. Let's go, Michael.
And we have Michael Liddell already here. Congratulations, Michael Liddell, on favorite organization of Heroes CCL. That's gotta feel amazing.
Yeah, back to back. I mean, but there's a huge team that makes this all possible, right? Like, the 30K organization is so much more than just the players that you see. Just like me being a streamer and helping found it, like there's so many people behind the scenes, Rob, Slexia, Bat, Fizz, Dax, so many people like working, Joy, so many people working, spending so much time on this organization. So it's like, I'm very grateful. Like I've spent so much time, effort, and money on this organization the last year, and I really have appreciated the journey. And winning this award a second time, it just means a lot. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys voting for us, and I appreciate the players and just everyone, kind of coming in and helping build this from nothing. Because 1 year ago, 30K was not a thing, and now it's become a thing, and I'm really grateful for the journey and the experience.
Michael, years ago, I don't know exactly how long ago, we had a heart-to-heart at some HGC BlizzCon or so, and you didn't know what you were going to do at that time. Could you ever have expected that you'd be org owner now and back in the thick of things with HeroesCCL? And what does that mean to you?
That was actually one of the... Grubby is a really nice person in human, in real life. That was one of a really good conversation, Grubby, and I really appreciated it. And the answer is no. Like that Michael, looked towards the future and was really like, where am I going? What am I doing? And I think it's really hard to connect the dots. Looking forward, it's something that really only when you look back, at kind of your timeline, you can connect and realize like, okay, how did I get here? What steps, led me to get here? And yeah, I don't know. It's been an amazing journey. Like, I mean, a lot of people know, like, I've been competing in other games as well. So it's like, I've been competing and, being an org owner. And, for transparency, like, a lot of the HOTS operations is run by our team, as I am, competing. And it's something where I, am committed to having 30K still be a part of CCL, in this upcoming season and in future seasons. It's something that I do want to like really help grow. But yeah, Grubby, I never expected to be here, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity, right? Because at the end of the day, like the reason I was able to create an organization is because Jules and Workhorse, you guys took a chance on me, and I think I didn't believe in myself until you guys helped believe in me. So I really appreciate just the whole community like helping, kind of giving me a chance to do this. So. Yeah, I know I'm getting real wholesome, but yeah, like it's just.
Hey, please.
There's been a lot of things going on. It's like we had Masters Clash, which isn't CCL, right? But that was like some of our CCL players, and it's like, I really do love the Heroes of the Storm community, and I know I haven't been around as much, like streaming and playing the game, but it's like I still am working hard behind the scenes. I still really care about trying to help this scene. Even if I'm not streaming it and playing the game every day.
I want to give an opportunity for Jules if you have a question or anything for Michael at all as well. The favorite CCL organization.
I don't have a question for him, but I just want to say how much I appreciate everything that you have done, and like it's interesting to think about because like you just said, like 30K's been in an org for now almost a year, and now we've really come full circle here. And I've said this to you many times in our private chats, but the Michael you are today is not the Michael that I even talked to a year ago, because you've ascended so much, and I'm incredibly proud of you. I'm going to make you cry on camera. I'm sorry. But this has meant so much to him. It has meant so much to us. CCL is more than just a competition. It's people. And I'm going to cry too now, because Michael has been really incredible to be a part of this organization, this league. I don't know what it would have been like if you didn't come. So, thanks.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Jules, for the kind words. And you gotta talk for a few more moments here. Are there any shout-outs, Mr. Udall from 30K, that you'd like to make?
Yeah, I want to, there's been a lot of people that have helped make this possible, and I just want to give a special moment to shout out Rob. So he's, the COO at 30K. He really helps run a lot of the HOTS. I would not be able to do anything without him. And I just am really grateful for him. He is, a big part of the HOTS community. I'm sure a lot of you know him, right? And it's he is going to be really helping. Yeah, I just really grateful to Rob, really grateful to the team, the players, CCL, everyone, and the fans. Thank you all. I just so much love. Appreciate you all. That's the final shout out.
Well, thank you so much, Michael and Jules, for joining us for this award. Congratulations to 30K as an organization, as being the favorite organization for Heroes CCL Season number 2. Oh God, Grubby, it's so heartwarming. I was getting a little choked up, but I was like, you know what? We have to remain, composure has to stay rock solid, because we're the hosts. We can't cry just yet. I'll cry in the postmort like I did at the end of the season, but it is honestly it is really, really cool to see the growth, the road that a lot of these orgs have gone down, because it's not just Michael Udall who have put so much into this. Goon is another great example. He has come from just a background of I remember casting what was called Bush League, which was, we would have a couple beverages and we would talk about Here's the Storm and have a great time. And it was like you have in the United States beer leagues for sports. It was supposed to be laid back and all of that. And now we have, these organization owners, even Steve from Oxygen. There's so many amazing people and org owners, and I wish I could shout all of them out, but we have to continue with our show. And we have one more award, Grubby. It is... I'm not ready, because after this award, that's the end of the season. But you know who we're going to be bringing on for this? We're going to bring on a commentator of renowned vocabulary, prowess, and someone I revere. We have Wade Dreadnought Penfold to bring you the top moment of Heroes CCL Season number 2.
Hello, I am Wade Dreadnought Penfold, and it is an honor to be here to present to you all the top moment of CCL. And the nominees are the 1% Core Lives, Granite Gaming versus Wildheart Esports, Week 7, Day 2.
Hey. Got the Horde to pull dynamites as well. They're going to keep firing.
One more big red button. Fancy Pants, can you do it? 3%. Fancy Pants goes down 1%. Are you serious?
Cavalier Guest shares the Oxygen coaching mood meter technique.
Just make sure we really trust each other. I have things I do. I make people check in with a mood meter every time. So I'm at the beginning of a scrim block, I know is someone in a bad mood or not.
Treats for the best boy, Logan.
Thank you, Grubby, for the treats for Logan. We really do appreciate it, everyone at home. Thank you for hitting this tremendous milestone. Seriously, $13,000.
30K trading BBJ to Storm for Storm's number 3 draft spot.
Okay, so I actually
whoa.
BBJ for 3rd pick. Whoa. Okay.
And the winner is the 1% Core Lives, Wildheart versus Granite Gaming, Week 7, Day 2.
Goon, we got you back here, my friend, and I was actually talking about the growth of different organizations, and we have you here, and your organization is going to win top moment of CCL. How does this feel as the org owner?
Hey, we saved the best for last. Life is all about the experiences that we have, making the most of them. And Here's the Storm is no different. And I'm honored to be accepting this award on behalf of Wildheart, the players and staff and everybody involved. These moments like this is why we play the game. This is why we love the game.
Yeah, that 1% core was insane. Like Tychus, Hager, Maiev was coming in, trying to get another shot in, and everyone is goalkeepering, or I don't know how you call it in American football. Anyway, trying to stop the final shot, the final point. As an org owner, no doubt you're watching those matches live. Are you watching alone? Like, what's the atmosphere? Are you watching with anyone? Voice with someone? Are you just shouting by yourself in the room?
Usually I would co-stream these, and I'd just be screaming like a madman, like an ape, just losing my mind at the absolute insanity and the heartache that my team puts me through in all these game fives that didn't pan out a lot of time. But it was all fun. It was all fun. It was great.
Awesome.
It was such a good series. Honestly, I we heard the clip. Like, I'm still screaming in my own head that loud. I'm just like, are you serious? But either way, it was really, really fun to watch. And we had some shout outs from you before, but now that I want to open the floor once again to you. If you have any other shout outs to anyone else or anything, the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah. Again, shout out to the players. Shout out to the fans. A special shout out. I got to bring this one up. I would save the best for last to Slug Hunter, our team manager, also ran our social media, did our YouTube videos, did all the editing, all the highlight reels, took all the clips from the games and put it. That guy was my rock. For every meeting, that CCL meeting I didn't wake up to on time, he was there. Appreciate you, Slug. Again to you guys, to CCL, and and my parents, love you guys.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Goon. Congratulations on the award. I'm going to let you get out of here and go celebrate with your crew.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Well, Grubby. 16 awards just flew on by just like that.
Too fast, just like CCL Season 2 itself. And the wait is long until Season 3. When was it? Was it August? Was it September? Was
soon TM, I believe, is the month.
I
wish
I don't know exactly.
I wish. You know what? I should have asked Jules when she was on about Season 3 instead of Season 4. You know what? I'll have to adjust
misplay.
a little misplay from me. But I hear a whisper in my ear. It's October, so some interesting things. Yeah.
Baha, Goon, definitely the deserving receiver there of that award with that moment. But I'm almost disappointed that Logan didn't win, because I wonder how we would have done the interview.
More treats, just more treats, lots and lots of treats. Just some PSD underwear and treats. Well, maybe not the PSD underwear. He didn't seem to like it. It's comfortable unless has he grown more attached to it. Now that
I haven't tried it again. He was just standing there for like 5 minutes, just not moving a muscle and just looking at me. Am I good? Am I doing good here?
I did that with Bandit with a sweater once, and he was just like, please, I'm done with this. But let's talk about what's happened today. We had 16 amazing awards, and I'm just curious, what was kind of the standout award for you all in all today, Grubby?
I mean, this 1% core is just, that's just amazing hearts when you see, and just knowing that a single auto attack extra could have finished it. Could be anyone's mistake, but then again, they also got extra damage to get to the 1%. So it's just it's super close. It was like 100 life on that core or something. I believe it was less than 200 damage that was still needing to be done. So sick. That was one of the great moments. And then, of course, CPX, most improved player, is something that I really liked seeing, because sometimes chat goes a little hard on him and changes his name into names that are not his name. And then for him to come in and show them, hey, not just winning a map, but winning a series, I think that's great. Just show people even that didn't believe in you.
I do believe in that. The growth from a player is always exciting to watch as the season progresses. And there were a lot of highlight moments for me throughout the season. And we can talk about games and everything like that, but honest to God, the highlight for me is being able to be a part of CCL. It is a dream come true for me to be able to cast with you, to grow with the analytics of Casanova, McIntyre, Crowan as well. There are so many unsung heroes of the season, as well as production in the background. I could sit here and name all of them, but all I want to say is just the biggest highlight for me is that CCL exists, and it doesn't it doesn't operate on its own. There's a lot of moving parts. So we thank all of you at home for watching, and we thank all the people in the background who do so much work, all the admins, the commissioner, and even just the people editing videos like Warak, who edited all of the videos for the broadcast today. I keep saying it's unsung heroes, but there are just so many of you. So that is really the biggest thing from Season 2 of CCL for me. It's just so many moving parts, so many amazing people. But I want to ask the same question to you, Grubby. Any final thoughts from the season, or even just highlight moments that stick out to you?
Yeah, I've just enjoyed everyone getting together to watch the CCL, to talk about it, to enjoy themselves in Twitch chat, to relax and to learn, to see the plays and copy them, or to laugh at plays that perhaps do not deserve to be copied. All of that is esports, and it's been great. It's been great. It's been such a relaxing, such a rewarding and relaxing experience to be part of this team. Been part of some other teams as well, and like being part of the HeroesHearth team here and doing this cast has been nothing but enjoyable. Everyone we interface with behind the scenes, it's pleasure, it feels safe, it feels good. So know that it's a great team. It's been really fun, and I'm super happy to be a part of it as well. Looking forward to Season 3 in October.
We're all looking forward to that Season 3 in October. And with that, it is going to wrap up our awards show, the last broadcast for Heroes CCL Season 2. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter for more information of the upcoming season of Heroes CCL Season 3. You can also check out the HeroesHearth website to be able to eventually find a blog post that will detail more information, much like how we've done from Season 1 and Season 2. But unfortunately, that is going to be the end of our broadcast. Fortunately, it has been an amazing season, and congratulations to all of our award winners for our Season 2 award show. Thank you everyone at home for watching Heroes CCL. Grubby and I both hope to see you in Season 3. And until then, stay safe, have a little bit of water, and we'll see you in the Nexus. Good night.